Hey y'all, it's Brandy and welcome back to the Antisocials Library. I am ready to do my May TBR. I'm ready for the May monthly bite. I missed it in April. I am glad it's back, but what I'm not glad about is that I'm not going to read everything that I was going to read in April. So if you do recall, in April, my lovely, most handsome, most amazing boyfriend picked 4 random books off my shelves for me to read in the month of April, and he picked probably the worst books ever for me to read in the month of April because I really needed to be motivated to read in April, and I didn't want to read these books, particularly The Many Lives of Mama Love and A Second Chance Cinema. Now, what I will say is that Six of Crows and Blood Over Brighthaven I will be reading before the end of April. Blood Over Brighthaven will definitely be finished by the end of April. It is currently April 28th right now. It's April 27th, but it's like almost midnight, so it's April 28th. And Six of Crows will at least have been started by the end of April, but I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I did read The Many Lives of Mama Love. Did not like it, but we will talk about that in the wrap-up. And to be completely honest with you, I have absolutely no interest in reading The Second Chance Cinema. I don't know why I picked it up. It obviously seemed interesting to me in the moment that I ordered it off of Book of the Month, but I don't want to read it. So I think I'm going to put it back on my shelves for now. That was my April TBR and my fail at the TBR. But I am ready to play with the monthly bite. Some things to note about the monthly bite going forward. I am making some changes. So I'm doing a revamp. Get it? Vampire, Dracula, revamp. Anyway, I'm doing a revamp of the game, and hopefully it's going to have better gameplay and actually some strategy playing involved. But it's not going to be done nearly in time for me to play for May. So I'm just going to play for May the way that I have been playing, and hopefully by June's TBR, I will have a new and improved monthly bite game to play, so watch out for that little hint there, because I have some really fun ideas. As for the punishment prompt for not finishing April's TBR, I think I'm going to have to start the game with a prompt, right? Like before I even roll, I start with the prompt. One of the things I'm going to be adding to the game starting in June is an actual like punishment prompt deck. So that is something that will like be incorporated in the game later. But as of now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and draw for the punishment prompt and pick a book before we even start. So we'll start with that. Mina and Lucy. A book with a beautiful cover. Okay, Mina and Lucy, a book with a beautiful cover. That actually seems really doable to me because that is a lot of books. But what's like a really beautiful cover? Okay, I'm being a little strategic here, but I'm going to pick Arcana Academy by Elsie Kova. I think this is a beautiful cover. And I love the edition itself. I think it's stunning with the gold. And I like the hard print cover. This is a dark academia fantasy romance novel, and I am doing a dark academia fantasy vlog right now, so this is going to be read in the month of May no matter what. So we'll just go ahead and add this to the TBR as my book with a beautiful cover. So now we can actually start the game, and hopefully we get through this quickly because I have a lot of vlogging plans for the month of May, so I'm either hoping to get prompts that I can actually add those books to it, or I get an easy month. So let's go. Roll number 1. 4. Okay, Children of the Night already. All right, so let's pick our 2 prompts. Jonathan Harker, a book with multiple POVs, and The Crypt, a horror book. So the very first roll that I got, I landed on the Children of the Night, which I shouldn't have said anything about hoping that I was going to have a good month this month, because I should have known that was going to jinx it. But I think I can make this work. I got Jonathan Harker, which is multiple POVs, and The Crypt, which is a horror book. And I think I can probably find a horror book with multiple POVs. Like I think I can. Let me peruse my horror shelf for just a minute. Okay, that took a little bit longer than I am proud to say, but I'm gonna go with The Caretaker by Marcus Kluwer. This has multiple point of views that are apparently unreliable, but it is a horror and it's a new release and it has multiple POVs. So, haha, Children of the Night, take that. Let's roll again. Roll number 2. 8, yes. 6, 7, 8. All right. Van Helsing's Ultimate Guide, a book over 500 pages. You gotta be kidding me. A book over 500 pages is... I feel like I could pick another dark academia book. Okay, we are going to continue my Matt Dinniman obsession, and we are going to read This Inevitable Ruin. This is the 7th book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, which will get me completely caught up other than the Parade of Horribles that comes out in May. So I am in the middle of the 6th book as we speak right now, so I will be finishing the 6th book and reading the 7th in the month of May. This is definitely over 500 pages. I think it's like almost 800 or something ridiculous like that. So, oh, it's over 800. Yeah. So I'm an overachiever when it comes to this one, okay? Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are making it through the board right now. Candlelight, a book with a dark or dimly lit cover. Okay, so then I got Candlelight, which is a book with a dark or dimly lit cover. And that could open me up for more horror. Okay, I'm actually going to go with Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is a black cover, so definitely dark or dimly lit. This is going to also be a part of my Dark Academia vlog, so I'm feeling really good about this game so far. I'm really enjoying it. I hope that doesn't jinx it, but if I can get away with just a 4 or 5 book TBR, that would be crazy. That would be insane. All right, let's go and roll just for the 4th roll. That's it. 4th roll. Okay, roll number 4. 2. I am telling you, this game has magic powers. I was feeling really good about my TBR, and then I rolled a TBR pick. So I have my cauldron here. My cauldron of wonder, I believe, is what somebody commented below on my last vlog where I was talking about it, which I think is hilarious. But let's just pick a random book off of my physical TBR and hope it goes better than the last time I did this. All right, what do we got? Can you read it? What does it say? Oh, I wasn't showing you. What does it say? We Call Them Witches. I'm not mad about that. Hold on, let me grab it. So this is We Call Them Witches. This is my Illumicrate edition. This is by India Rose Bauer. I'm really not upset with this. I just recently got this from my Evernight subscription box for the first quarter of 2026. And this premise actually really intrigues me. It's like a post-apocalyptic, I think, survival story. I don't know. I'll go through a little bit more of what it's about in just a minute, but just to get through the book picks, I'm actually not upset about this one. But that's my random TBR pick. But this stack is getting stacked. So I hope this last roll is the last roll. I'm speaking it into existence. I hope this is the last one. Roll number 5. I'm so bad at keeping count of this. Roll number 5. 4. Okay, 2 prompts. The Transformation, a genre you don't normally read, and Something Bloody, a book with primarily red on the cover. Guys, I remember when I said I thought this was going really well. I missed that. I missed that. Because I got The Children of the Night again for the second time during this game, and my 2 prompts are a genre I don't normally read, and with primarily red on the cover. And what jumps to mind for a genre that I don't normally read is usually like nonfiction or sci-fi or like a paranormal romance. And I don't have anything like that that has primarily red on the cover. Am I gonna have to pick 2 books? Oh no, I might have to pick 2 books for this prompt. Let me look at my shelves really quickly and we'll decide. Let's see. Wait a minute. I got something. So, The Transformation is read a book from a genre I don't normally read, right? I don't normally read YA. I'm not really a YA person. I have my YA select favorites, right? But I don't gravitate towards YA. I don't. Primarily red on the cover, Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angeles. That's a red cover. You know what I'm saying? And don't ask me why I have this, but I have this and the sequel to this. So this is definitely not up my alley of books that I would normally read. I'm pretty sure I picked this up at a used bookstore when they were like, I had like a ridiculous amount of credit to spend and they were in really good condition and they were both there, so I got them. But this is YA. It's a YA fantasy. It's definitely not something that I would normally gravitate towards, at least not these days. So I'm counting it, and I am kicking ass with the Children of the Night prompts this month, okay? Because I got both of them, and both times I was able to find 1 book, and I'm sorry, that deserves a round of applause. Anyway, so this last roll, unless I roll a 1, should be my last roll. Okay, and this time we are actually speaking it into existence. And then once I get to the castle, I will be able to pick whichever book I want to add to my TBR. Or I can pick a prompt, but I'm not going to do that. So let's just get this last roll over with. Last and final roll, hopefully. You're kidding. You're actually kidding me. You're actually kidding me. A book written by an author with the same initials as you. Guys, I have the opposite of superpowers. I have the literal opposite of superpowers because I should be done with this game. And yet I rolled a 1. I said that the game would be over unless I rolled a 1, and then I rolled a 1. And the prompt I got is ridiculous. So I say that as if I didn't make up these prompts. But it is BS, Bram Stoker, and bullshit, if you ask me. But a book written by an author with the same initials as you. And if you don't know, my initials are BA. BA. I'm gonna have to do some searching. I don't actually know. BA. Okay, let me go look at my shelves and see who has the same initials as me. So that was a lot. Okay, that was a lot, and I didn't enjoy that. But I have something. The Red Scholar's Wake, which is written by Let de Bodard, which is the same initials as me, just flipped, right? So I'm BA, and this is AB. So those are the same initials. And this is sci-fi, which is not something I gravitate towards, but it is an Illumicrate edition that I have. It's stunning. I have this signed little nameplate here. So, yeah, I guess we're reading Red Scholar's Wake, which it's not a long book, so there is that, but that is that prompt. That was hard. Wow. Why did I make that prompt? That's ridiculous. Anyway, let's do our final roll and pick one last book. And also, what's crazy to me is if I could roll a 0 right now, I'm sure that I would, because I've said this is the last roll 3 times. So, final roll for real this time. Yay! At the castle. Woo! Dance party. Okay. The last book that I am picking for this TBR is... I don't know, I have so many books that I have to read. My reward for making it to the castle is I picked my last book, and my last book is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. So, I am finishing this series in the month of May. This duology. I'm reading Six of Crows very, very, very soon, so I will be getting to this in the month of May. So that is super exciting. All right, so these are all of the books that I am reading in the month of May. Yay. I'm going to go over them really quickly. Speed round synopsis, okay? Crooked Kingdom is the sequel to Six of Crows. Six of Crows is a YA, I think it's YA, yeah, I'm pretty sure, fantasy heist book where a bunch of comrades get together and perform a heist. And that's all I know about it. So I definitely don't know what about the sequel because I haven't even read the first one yet. Red Scholar's Wake is a sci-fi space story set during a war against piracy following a prisoner and a sentient ship. So that actually sounds pretty good now that I say it out loud. I'm actually not super mad about that. So Where Dreams Descend is a story that gets compared a lot to... What is that movie? With Hugh Jackman and Troy Bolton and Zendaya. The Greatest Showman. Okay, so this gets compared to The Greatest Showman because it is also set in a circus setting and you're following magicians, and I'm pretty sure that they have a competition that they have to participate in and win, but there are accidents and mysterious things happening to the magicians that are competing. So that actually sounds pretty good if the YA writing doesn't get to me. So we will see if I can handle it. We Call Them Witches is, like I thought, a post-apocalyptic type story, but the apocalypse is actually an invasion of these creatures that are witches, that they call witches, that are derived from the knowledge and the magic in classic folklore and kind of pagan rituals. And I think this story is following our main character and a woman who appears and doesn't remember where she came from, and they kind of fall in love and go and try to rescue our main character's younger brother who goes missing. So there's a mystery, there's witches, there's survival. If it's horrifying, if it's actually horrifying, this has very much a high potential for me to like it. Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo is a dark academia fantasy that follows a main character who is basically scouting out magical groups that are doing dark wizardry at Yale, I'm pretty sure. That's really all I know about it. I don't really want to know that much more going into it. Yes, so I just checked. We are following Alex Stern, and she gets accepted into Yale under the pretense that she will be monitoring Yale's secret societies and how they are operating on Yale's campus. And I'm pretty sure secret societies are like magic wielding people doing nefarious things. So super stoked about that. And finally, I'm excited to finally get to it, really, is what it is. This Inevitable Ruin by Matt Dinniman is, like I said, the next book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. I don't need to tell you what the Dungeon Crawler Carl series is about because I've been talking about it ad nauseum, and even I'm kind of getting tired of hearing it. But in case you're curious, I am wearing my Dungeon Crawler Carl t-shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts that I own. But you are following Carl and his pet companion, Princess Donna, as they are navigating their way through this game world that is being controlled by aliens that took over the planet and making them play this game. And as they are trying to descend into the dungeon, the further they get into the levels, the closer they get to being able to win back their freedom. It's a lit RPG. It's fun. It's funny. It has a lot of actual really good social commentary on government and censorship and a lot of really big things that people aren't really talking about enough. They just think this is a funny, silly, goofy time, and it is, but it actually has a lot of heart and a lot of feeling into it, and I'm so excited to continue the series. That's probably my most anticipated read of the TBR so far. Like it is every month, though. Dungeon Crawler Carl is my favorite read every month, let's be real. The Caretaker. This, I actually don't know what it's about, but I'm pretty sure this person takes out an ad on Craigslist to go and become a caretaker, and awful and horrible things happen. If it's anything like We Used to Live Here, which is by the same author, it's going to be a trippy, crazy time that you're going to want to go down a Reddit deep dive afterwards, and I'm hoping it gives me that same feeling because that's what I loved about We Used to Live Here. So that's really all I know about this, and I'm super psyched to get to it as quickly as I am because it literally just came out. Like, I literally just got that book in my hands very recently. And the last book on my April TBR is The Arcana Academy by Elsie Kova. Again, this is a Dark Academia romantasy story. It says a woman who wields magical tarot cards lands herself in a false engagement with the headmaster of a mysterious academy in his first installment of an enthralling fantasy romance series from the author of A Deal with the Elf King. I've heard of that. I didn't realize it was the same author. I would have probably never picked this up to read it on my own, but again, this was recommended to me by so many other people for the Dark Academia reading vlog that I'm doing. So I picked it up. It won it on the spinning wheel, so now I'm going to read it. So it's on my TBR. Other things to mention about my TBR that isn't included in the game is, like I said, I'm doing the Dark Academia reading vlog, so you can expect that in the month of May. I'm also going to be reading Six Sick Crows in the month of May. I will be finishing it up in the month of May. I'm starting it in the month of April. And I, of course, will be trying to fit in as much horror as I possibly can to get through my horror bingo, so I am going to be trying to fit in as many horror books as I can as well. I don't have an actual set TBR for that, but anytime I'm feeling up for the mood, I'm just kind of picking one up. You know what I mean? But yeah, those are all of the books that I'm going to read in the month of May. Thank you so much for playing along with me and enjoying this month's monthly bite. Like I said, I will be having some upgrades to the monthly bite coming very, very, very soon, and I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I'm going to make it a little bit more of a strategic gameplay rather than just like rolling the dice and picking a prompt. There's going to be some like cursed coins and a punishment prompt stack and just a little bit more thought that goes into it. Not too much more. I don't want it complicated like at all, but that is coming soon and I'm really excited about it. And I'm also going to try to get some new cards so that the glare doesn't become a problem because I'm already so annoyed with that. So hopefully I'll have some new cards soon. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have read any of these books or are planning on reading any of these books and would like to buddy read, I'm always a fan of a buddy read, so let me know down below. Let me know if any of these books are amazing or not so great, or if you think I'm going to like them. If you have watched my horror bingo TBR, which I have linked down below, also let me know what I should prioritize from that going into the month of May, because like I said, I gotta make some progress on that horror bingo TBR. It's scary. Okay. Hi, Mama. Hi, baby. Little says hello. If while you are telling me about all the books down there in the comments, you want to leave something else to let me know that you have made it this far, or if you have nothing to say about the books and just want to comment something, that would be awesome. Let's leave the wolf or dog emoji because the Children of the Night really got me this month. Let's give them credit where it's due. They got me, you know what I mean? So leave a wolf or a dog or whatever equivalent of the emoji is down below. And while you are down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can also hit that little notification bell so that you get notified the next time that I post. And just remember to read well and rest well. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.